Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're zoning in on a really specific, but I think a really important piece of Pro AV gear, the Blustream PRO-IN2H2V input card.
Right, a modular card.
Exactly. And our mission today is to look past the spec sheet and really figure out its strategic value, how it solves that constant problem of bridging old and new tech.
It's such a great example of, well, a compromise, but in the best possible way. It's designed for the custom Pro Matrix hub, but its whole identity is completely hybrid.
Right, because you're looking at a single board with 4 inputs, 2 HDMI and 2 VGA.
Yeah, and that's the key. For an integrator, that's not just a feature. It's a way to avoid having to tell a client they need a hugely expensive, premature refit.
Because big clients, we're talking universities, government, corporate, they just can't replace everything at once.
They absolutely can't. They need a way to route their new 4K sources and that 20-year-old analog PC in the corner independent.
Okay, but let me just push back on that for a second. It's 2025. Are we really still using valuable matrix slots for VGA? Isn't that just, I don't know, kicking the can down the road?
That is a totally fair question, but the answer is yes, and it's strategic. Because we're not talking about your standard fuzzy VGA signal here.
Yeah.
This card supports up to 1920 by 1200 resolution.
Ah, so a very specific number.
A very critical number. It perfectly matches the max analog output of so many high-end professional displays and workstations that are still in service.
Yeah.
It means no expensive external scalers.
Got it. So that keeps the analog side not just alive, but actually resilient. So let's pivot to the digital side then, the HDMI inputs.
Yep, and here you get full spectrum 4K UHD support.
Including 4.4.4 color space.
Right. 3840 by 2160 at 30 Hz with 4.4.4, or you can do 4K at 60 Hz with 4.2.0 hub.
Yeah.
But honestly, the video quality, it's almost the less important part of the story here.
Really? How so?
Well, you can have the best 4K signal in the world, but if you don't have the digital security to go with it, it's useless for premium content.
The digital handshake.
Exactly. Yeah. This card has HTCP 2.2 support. It just works.
What really blew me away, though, was the audio spec.
Oh, yeah.
The HDMI inputs support all known HDMI audio formats. That sounds like marketing speak.
It's not. We are talking cinema-grade audio transmission. Dolby True HD, DTS HD Master Audio, and yes, even Atmos.
So on one single card, you can route a high-resolution analog signal right next to a full, uncompressed spatial audio signal.
That's the magic of it. That is the versatility that has real business value.
Okay, so let's talk about that. The business value. The installation itself seems simple. Quick release fittings, pop it in the hub.
Yeah, that's the easy part. But what really matters for big projects is compliance. And this card is TAA compliant.
And for anyone listening who might not know, why is TA compliance such a non-negotiable for some jobs?
It's the gatekeeper. It's a requirement for U.S. federal and government contracts.
Yeah.
It certifies the supply chain. So having it immediately opens the door to huge public sector projects.
It's a key that unlocks a whole market then.
Absolutely. And when you pair that with a 5-year warranty, you're not just selling a component, you're selling risk mitigation, you're selling reliability.
So to wrap this all up, what we're looking at with the PRO-IN2H2V is it's basically a perfect tool for managing a whole spectrum of signals.
From that necessary 1920 by 1200 VGA.
Right, all the way up to 4K UHD and cinema audio, while having the credentials and the warranty for those big, secure, long-term jobs.
And that actually brings up a final question, something for you, the professional who's actually managing these projects, to think about. When you know that a single compliant and warranted component can handle both your oldest, highest-res analog source and your newest 4K content, how does that fundamentally change how you approach budgeting and phasing for your next major AV system modernization?